the Hebrew Hammer. You know, you're very passionate out there. It's taken years, you said, to get back in the ring. You want to talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, recently becoming a free agent, not having a promoter, with a record of 27 wins with 1 loss and 22 by knockout. It is not as easy as you think it would be for somebody who has the charisma, the stamina, the willpower, the existence of being in this sport this long, 12 and a half years, been ranked as high as 4th in the world by WBC. So for me to be here now, it took long enough, and you can see my frustration and how I represent myself and how I want to put myself out there.
And now tell me a little bit about your opponent.
Jose Angulo, great mechanically. He has great mechanics. You put on someone and throw punches, he throws great punches. He throws great combinations. He looks fantastic on a heavy bag and everything about that. But I believe in Ecuador, they just don't have the resources that we have here in America to have the recovery process, the opponents to spar with, the experience of American boxing with the trainers that he is lacking in his country. So because of that, my ability to wear you down and knock you out consistently round after round plays into my favor.
You've been training, were you out in Long Island?
Yeah, I trained out of Westbury for this particular fight. Went to New Rochelle a few times. I used to go to South Florida. That's where I always trained for about 10 years, trained out in South Florida. And now we're up here. I got Scott Lopek and Elvis Grant and Joe Gadigian. And then my girlfriend, they're all come together as my trainers basically to put me in the best positions possible. And I took what I learned because their coach, Pete Brodsky, was actually my coach. And he taught me so many things along the way that the knowledge that they passed on to him, Scott and Joe and myself, we're putting it all together and showing that everything you did for us, Pete, we could do it on our own now.
You brought up age. You said 38. Is that going to be a hindrance or is it going to work for you?
Hey, I'm in the 4th quarter of my career, and if anybody hear me say that, and if you know sports, that's where the winning happens, in the 4th quarter, and that's exactly where I am. And honestly, at 38, if I was 24 years old, I was too immature, I wouldn't be able to stick up for myself. I wouldn't have the experience to know what I'm actually getting myself into. I know all what comes on Friday night. My whole life is on the line. I have to win, I have to perform, and there's no second chances, and that's how I'm living my life.
Well, good luck out there. Say a shout out to your fan base, because you said a lot of people were going to come in and they're going to be rowdy and crazy and have a great time on St. Patty's.
Yeah, if you guys ever been to a Hammerhead show, they used to see on Long Island, we used to fight at a place called the Paramount. I fought there about 18 times, and they called it a Hammer Holiday. Everybody, the blue collars, come out, they get off their job, get on their car. This time they're taking the train, they'll be drunk, rowdy. You're going to hear them in the crowd, hammer, hammer. The entire time, you'll probably notice them when they all get thrown out at the end.
Well, thank you. Good luck there.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
And I'm Kristal Hart reporting from Madison Square Garden. Hope you've enjoyed the show. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you at the fights.